Set your gaze on the path before you with fixed purpose, looking straight ahead, and ignore life's distractions. Watch where you're going. Stick to the path of truth, and the road will be safe and smooth before you. Don't allow yourself to be sidetracked for even a moment, or take the detour that leads to darkness. Now, Proverbs is Old Testament and is written by King Solomon, which is known to be one of the wisest men to have ever lived. But he's speaking about truth, which is what we're going to focus on here. That truth would be this path that we stick to. Now, what's crazy about this is that this same exact verse here, I'm about to read to you in Hebrews chapter 12. And this is Christ revealed through this scripture that Solomon wrote before Christ was ever born onto earth and we knew who he truly was. It says, chapter 12 in Hebrews, starting in verse 1. As for us, we have all of these great witnesses who encircle us like clouds. So we must let go of every wound that has pierced us and the sin we so easily fall into. Then we will be able to run life's marathon race with passion and determination, for the path has been already marked out before us. And it says we look away from the natural realm and we fasten our gaze onto Jesus, who birthed faith within us and who leads us forward into faith's perfection. Now, this is almost verbatim the same exact scripture that King Solomon talked about in the Old Testament. The only difference is he used the word truth, that our eyes are upon truth, and this is the path in which we run. But if we look here, it talks about how this life's marathon is won by keeping our gaze upon Jesus. Now, the thing that King Solomon was talking about is Jesus. Jesus is the truth. It says, the truth shall set you free. But truth does not set you free. Jesus sets you free because he is the truth. So, in essence, this is the truth. Jesus is the truth. The gospel is the truth. So it's saying that we keep our eyes looking to Jesus. And it says, ignore life's distractions. So distractions will take our eyes off of Jesus. He is the one we're looking to. And he is the light of the world. It says, I am the way and the truth and the life. No man shall come to the Father except through me. So we cannot access the Father, which is God, without first coming to Jesus, which is the truth. Understand here that King Solomon was speaking of what was to come, which was the truth being Jesus. If you go over a couple pages in Proverbs, he talks about truth in a different realm, okay? Or a different way, per se, okay? Let me find it here. It says in chapter 6, verse 23, for truth is a bright beam of light shining into every area of your life, instructing and correcting you to discover the ways to godly living. He's talking about Jesus. Jesus is the bright beam of light shining into every area of our lives. It says that Jesus is light. The light that dwells within us that we show through the world to others, the light that comes in us and we leave darkness and begin to walk in the light. This is Jesus. Jesus is the light, which he uses as a reference here as truth. So understand that there is nothing of him that is not going to be truth. So Jesus only speaks truth, and by his words is what brings life to us. But he is the light, and he is the path of which we must keep our eyes set upon. So understand, all truth is from Jesus, and anything else that's not truth is not of him. But the correlation that King Solomon brought here was that when you read this scripture in Proverbs, when you see it after Jesus has came, died, and resurrected, that our gaze is set upon Him who is the ultimate truth, who is the all-knowing, all-seeing God. He is this truth of which we cling to and keep our eyes upon to not be pulled away from life's distractions. So understand, He is the light, and through His light is truth. Everything in Him is truth. So let us keep our eyes upon Jesus to finish this race and run this race well. Don't ever think that you need to pace yourself in this race. Jesus, He will move as quick as He wants to move. Let Him lead you and guide you, but don't let nothing stop you from pursuing after Him with all that you are and revealing Him to everyone you come in contact with. He is this truth, and this light that lives within inside of us will only bring truth. So run the race in His light with your eyes focused upon Him and no distractions that can pull your eyes off of His beautiful face. God bless you.
Say